Starting from this session, we are going to discuss the commands in the Features tab within the Part module. Now let's go over the first exercise. So far, we've covered all the sketching basics and learned how to create different sketches using the sketch commands. In this exercise, before creating the shape, I first select the best view to look at my model from and I want to work in. I choose a view that simplifies drawing the shape with SolidWorks tools and makes creating the shape easier. We'll build this skill together as we go through more exercises in the coming sessions. To create this shape, I look at it from the top. Looking at the shape from the top view, I see a square of size 50 millimeters, a square of size 25 millimeters, and a circle of size 20 millimeters. Accordingly, for the first part of the shape, the 50 millimeter square, I will draw a square on the top plane based on the current view of the model. So I press Ctrl+N, select the Part module, select the top plane, and enter the sketch. Using the second type of rectangle tool, I draw a square with a size of 50 millimeters. While I'm still in the sketch, you can see the sketch icons are still visible, and the corner confirms I'm in sketch mode. I switch to the Features tab and select the Extruded Boss/Base command. Please note that in the Features tab, we can divide the commands into 4 sections. The first section contains the commands we use to add volume or material to the body we are designing. The second section includes commands that are identical to the first section, but with the difference that we remove volume or material from our shape. The third section mostly contains commands that do not require a specific sketch to use and help us complete our shape more easily. And the fourth section is where we create helix, create planes, and various reference geometries. Since I want to add volume to my sketch, I select the Extruded Boss command from this section. As the icon clearly shows, it directly adds volume to the sketch in a straight direction. Notice that to select this command, I did not exit the sketch, and because I was inside the sketch, the SolidWorks automatically detected that it should extrude this specific sketch. Let me press Ctrl+Z to return to the sketch environment. If I had exited the sketch here, and then selected the Extruded Boss command from the Features tab, the SolidWorks would give me a prompt asking, which sketch do you want to select? I could select the sketch directly from the graphics area, or select it from the Feature Manager design tree that appears in this area. Selecting the sketch from the design tree is the more correct approach. So I select the sketch from here and indicate to the command which sketch to extrude. In this command, and the property manager that is open for us, we have various sections. We will examine each of these sections little by little throughout this session. However, to give a very general explanation of these sections, in the first section, the From section, we tell the command where to start extruding the sketch. Here, Sketch Plane is selected, meaning it starts creating material from where the sketch was drawn. In the Direction 1 section, as the name implies, we define the direction and the amount or depth of the extrusion. Similarly, Direction 2 is used if we want to extrude in a second direction. And the Thin feature, if we select this option, it defines a thickness for the sketch profile, extruding it as a thin wall like this. And the Selected Contours section, which we will examine later. I uncheck Thin feature, and here, according to the image, I will extrude my sketch by 15 millimeters. So in the Direction 1 section, with the condition set to blind, I enter the value 15. I can also define the extrusion height using the arrow handle that appears here. Or I can specify the extrusion value from this box where I set it to 15. We create the first part of the shape. Let me explain right here that by scrolling the mouse wheel, we can zoom in or zoom out on the part. The zoom always happens toward wherever your mouse cursor is pointing. For example, if I place the cursor here, it zooms into this area. By holding down the middle mouse button and moving the mouse, we can rotate the model and view it from different angles. The coordinate system and current viewing orientation are shown in this corner of the screen. Another point to mention is that if you right-click on any face, like this face, and select the Normal to option, you can orient the view perpendicular to that face. Alternatively, you can use the shortcut key Ctrl+8. Personally, I have assigned the spacebar on my keyboard for Normal to as a custom shortcut. To configure this, you can go to Options, drop-down arrow next to Options, Customize, Keyboard tab. Search for Normal to here. You can see it here, and assign spacebar in the shortcut column. And another point is that when you create a 3D part in the SolidWorks, you can use any of the planar faces created on the part, like this face, or other faces, as a plane to draw a new sketch on. For example, I can select this face. I right-click and select the Sketch option, or I left-click and select Sketch from the pop-up toolbar that appears. Using the Normal to shortcut, I orient normal to the face, and in this area, I can draw any sketch I want. So this way, we can start sketching again on any of the planar faces we've created on the model. To create the next part of this exercise, which is creating a square of size 25 millimeters, I will create a square sketch on this face. I enter a sketch on this face, go normal to the face, and using the Center Rectangle tool, Type 2, I draw a square of size 25 millimeters. Right from the beginning of this first 3D design exercise, I want to highlight an important principle we will follow in all our exercises together. The reason we use the second type of rectangle, or center rectangle type, for drawings is that we always try to draw the shape as symmetrically as possible. That means we place the origin at the center of the shape, or along its axis of symmetry. This ensures that when you design the part, your primary planes, the front, top, and right planes, are located at the symmetry of the part, which can help us a lot later in assembly and other stages. So I draw a 25 millimeter square on this face. I won't exit the sketch. Instead, I'll go directly to the Features tab and select the Extruded Boss command to extrude the shape by 10 millimeters this time. I enter the value 10 in this field and click OK. Right here in the Direction 1 section, by selecting this button, Reverse Direction, we can extrude the shape in the opposite direction. I'll keep it as before and click OK to complete the command. Next, in the same way, I draw a sketch on this face this time. I draw a circle with a diameter of 20 millimeters and cut it by an amount of 10 plus 15, which is 25 millimeters. So I enter a sketch on this face. I go normal to the face and draw a circle with a diameter of 20 millimeters. While still inside the sketch, from the Features tab, this time instead of Extruded Boss, I select the Extruded Cut command. In this section, where the various options are exactly like the Extruded Boss command, I enter the value 25 and click OK. So this is how we complete the first exercise together. Notice that all the sketches you drew have become sub-features of the features we used. Essentially, every command we select from the Features tab is recognized as a feature in the design tree. The square sketch became a sub-item of this part, and the next square became a sub-item of this part, and similarly for the circle sketch.